Greetings and salutations. This is JJ Brost with the National Weather Service in Tucson, Arizona. Today is Friday, February 28th, 2014, and this briefing is valid through Saturday, March 1st. You may hear the term atmospheric river over the next few days, so I thought you might like to know what it means. As it turns out, right now, an atmospheric river is heading towards Southern California and Arizona, and that's why we are concerned about heavy rainfall or snow in the mountains all the way through Sunday morning. I hope this briefing helps to educate you on this cool weather phenomenon and describe the impacts from atmospheric rivers. I'm going to start by showing you some satellite images of the atmospheric river. This is a recent water vapor satellite image, and it shows moisture in the air. The white to purple areas show very moist air, and the red or brownish areas show dry air. This type of satellite data is great for detecting low pressure systems and atmospheric rivers. I'm going to show you a loop of the images and then pause the loop every few seconds and explain a few key features. Then I will replay the loop so you can see how everything evolves over time. The first image was taken late Thursday evening and the loop stops on Friday morning. I want to first draw your attention to the low pressure system spinning several hundred miles off the coast of California. Notice how the atmosphere is spinning in a counterclockwise fashion and in toward the center of the low pressure, which is denoted by the blue L in this case. The white lines and arrows are there to help you visualize this counterclockwise circulation pattern. Now this is really cool. The low pressure system becomes so tightly wound that you can see what looks like the eye of a hurricane. A hurricane, of course, is a massive low pressure system, but I want to make sure you understand this particular low pressure system is not a hurricane. It just kind of looks like one from satellite. The eye does mean something though. In this case, the eye means this low pressure system is strong and likely going to intensify over the next several hours. In fact, the system is so strong that it is able to pull warm and moist air up from the equator or the tropics. This moist air streaming up from the tropics is called an atmospheric river. I've tried to outline the atmospheric river in green here. Once that low pressure system moves closer to the coast, that atmospheric river moisture will stream into Southern California and eventually Arizona. In fact, by the end of this loop, some of that moisture is already evident over Arizona. We just need some of the energy from the low pressure system to start turning that moisture into clouds and rain. That energy should arrive late Friday night into Saturday morning. Now I'm going to replay the loop so you can see how everything evolves for yourself. Notice how that eye starts to tighten up, and you get some of the purple colors in the atmosphere showing the very moist air. And finally near the end you see all of that moisture streaming up into Arizona. It's very cool. Atmospheric rivers are important weather features because they are packed full of moisture. How much moisture, you ask? Well, a strong atmospheric river can pack an equivalent amount of moisture as 7 to 15 times the amount of water that flows out of the mouth of the Mississippi River. So just to be clear, we are not referring to all of the water in the Mississippi River, just the water that flows out of the mouth. Still, you can imagine just how much water is packed into these atmospheric rivers. Now, they primarily impact the west coast of the United States, but they can and do push further west at times, which is what we are experiencing this weekend in Arizona. When they do occur, on average, they produce 30 to 50% of the annual precipitation across the west coast states. This often results in flooding, mudslides, or landslides. This image is from a strong atmospheric river event in January 2005 that produced widespread heavy rain. The heavy rain caused a landslide in La Conchita, California. Unfortunately, 10 people were killed in this landslide. What about impacts to Arizona? Well, we will get some rain, and portions of the state are likely to experience localized flooding. Now, not all of the impacts from atmospheric rivers are bad. When we experience these widespread heavy rain events in the late winter or early spring, they often lead to a beautiful desert greenup. The only danger is if we then proceed to dry out for several months. Then all of the new vegetation triggered by the heavy rain can become fuel for springtime wildfires. This image shows our precipitation forecast from Friday, February 28th through Saturday, March 2nd. You can see we're expecting everybody to get at least some rain with this system. For southeast Arizona, that rain may start late tonight or early Saturday morning, but should be in full swing by midday Saturday. The central portion of Arizona should be the big winners in this case, with many areas looking at 2 to 3 inches of rainfall or even a little bit more. Locations along or south of Interstate 10 should be in the 1/2 to 1 inch range, give or take. Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope it helped you understand atmospheric rivers and why they are important. Please use our current forecast information for the latest rain or snow amounts. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.